Hello, YouTube. Um, I'm coming to you briefly today to discuss something rather personal and uh, something I've also noted in a lot of my online friends and in a lot of my viewers. I won't name names to protect your right to privacy. It is your story to tell, but I can tell my story. Um, Around this time of year, I get really depressed. Uh, I've never been formally diagnosed, but it could have a lot to do with the lack of sunshine with as little as I already go out into it. I mean, look at me. I have a moon tan, not a suntan. But there's also a lot of self-neglect, um, no makeup, no real drive to make myself look beautiful, no real drive to paint or to create anything. And it's only during this time of year, you know, things pick up in about a month for me. Uh, and I start creating and taking care of myself again. But it's like, oh, between December and February that nothing seems right. And I'm so tired, and there's nightmares and trouble sleeping, and it's like my health goes down too. And I have a family history with uh, psychology. My mother is a social worker, so I know what depression looks like when I face it, and I know that I'm being depressed, and I know that my friends are being depressed, and you know, I don't know if it's seasonal affective disorder or not, but it is seasonal depression. And there's quite a bit right now to be depressed about. I mean, the state of the country that I'm in, and you know, I never seem to be accomplishing the goals that I set out for myself, and you know, I never seem to be the witch that I want to be or any of that. And I just, that it gets difficult. It gets difficult to do things, and it gets difficult to get out of bed. I feel it too. And there could be a lot of reasons for that, both magical and not magical. Psychologically speaking, the sun is out less in the during this time of year, and sometimes that has an effect on your psychology. The job market is depressed about this time of year. So there's that as well to be depressed about, especially if you're like me and job hunting. And, there's stuff around this time of year, especially on a day like today, Valentine's Day. I personally call it Singles Awareness Day, because if you're single on Valentine's, you're aware of it. You really are. Um, I have a viewer. Hello, I do see you. Um, but I wanted to get on for a minute and talk honestly about depression during this time of year. And magically speaking, uh, there is quite a bit of a draw in before spring explodes, and it's like just at this time of year where your energy is sort of pooling in towards you, and you're pulling in and getting ready to explode for the spring in true magical witchy fashion. But that could be a magical explanation aside from the reas not reasonable, but the psychological explanation for it. Um, but there is hope. There is always hope. And it could be just the American in me. It could be a lot of things, the artist in me. But I always believe in that hope that as long as you are moving, you don't have to be moving in any specific direction. You don't have to have specific goals that you're accomplishing. I believe that as long as you're moving, you're making progress. As long as you're doing something, you're making progress. It might not be in a specific direction that you see just yet, but sometimes you don't see where you're going until you get there. And whenever I find myself in this situation that I'm in, I remind myself that life is not about the destination because the destination is death. I mean, that's where we're all headed, whether we like it or not. And life is all about being on the journey that you're on and being where you are at that time. And you must be kind to yourself while you're on this journey. You must be forgiving. You can't be hard on yourself. You can't yell at yourself for forgetting to change your clothes for the day. I mean, I've been there too, where I just sleep in the same thing for 3 days because I just don't have the energy or the self-love to do anything about it. You know? Other people feel that too, and I wanted to bring this message of hope to you that you're not alone. That there are people out there that experience it too this time of year, and come March, April, May, these feelings can go away as long as you are making progress forward. As long as you make good decisions every day that are good for your health, they're good for your life, your social life. Good decisions are defined by things that are healthy for you. I mean, toxic people in your life, a good decision would be to have a what I call a come to Jesus. You sit down with them and you explain, "Hi, Bridget. Hello, honey. It's good to see you. I'm just on for a little bit." But what I was saying is, a good decision is to talk to these toxic people in your life and to explain that what they're doing is hurting you. And you should, and if they don't stop hurting you, you need to leave them behind, no matter how much it might hurt you personally. Life gets better when you eliminate toxic people. Another good decision is one that I've been personally making. I've been trying to quit smoking. Uh, I I don't really smoke very much to begin with because I have asthma, but I'm about a 4 cigarette a day kinda lady. A 4 cigarette kinda day lady, and I'm very proud of myself. I cut back to 2. Uh, but those are what qualifies as healthy decisions. Getting up in the morning and deciding to clean your kitchen as a part of your wake-up ritual, that's a good decision. Finding a job situation that, is uplifting and happy, that's a good decision. And finding something that you like to do personally, that's a good decision. And I wanted to get online with you and just tell you about how, yes, everybody is a little depressed at this time of year. It's perfectly natural. The sun's gone away, and there is this energetic draw in before spring finally explodes. So everybody feels it. Congratulations, Bridget. Good job. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good job. My lady here, she she did a good job at work today. I'm gonna brag on her a little bit. Bridget, good job. You did really good today. I'm cheering you on. Yeah. And even if right now in your life you don't have anybody physically cheering you on, remember there is somebody out there. You might not know it immediately, but there are people who want good for you and do love you. Uh, there is somebody who remembers you as the one that got away. And you bring those people with you. Whenever you are sad and lonely, you imagine that person in your life. It will get you through. Uh, and I will cheer you on. I'm here for you. If you want to join me here, I'm here for you. And I want to cheer you on. Even if there's nobody else in your life, I'm here. You're not alone. Send me a message, send me an IM, comment on my video, tell me your own story, and I will cheer you on. Uh, this video is getting a little long. I think uh, I've said everything that needs to be said. Remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to be kind to yourself and to forgive yourself and to cheer yourself on because you are your best cheerleader. Thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy the rest of your day.